All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and I had to bring y'all this. We got a bombshell that the FBI Director Kash Patel just opened up an investigation into James Comey for spying on Donald Trump, and we all remember what James Comey did, especially back in 2016 when he wiretapped President Trump's campaign communications. Then you remember he sent in the undercover agents, I think, into the White House. So it's a lot of stuff that this man did, and he's going down. He's another person that will be arrested eventually for the crap that he done did, along with watermelon head ass Adam Shifty Schiff. He'll be going to jail sooner or later. That's the reason why he's been trying to go off on everybody that, you know, that Donald Trump supports and stuff like that, because, you know, he's mad at Kash Patel being the FBI. We already knew that Adam Schiff wasn't going to vote for, you know what I'm saying, Kash Patel anyway. He just wanted to try to, his best to try to make an example out of him, but yet he was the one getting an example made out of him. So like I said, we definitely got to check this out, because Kash Patel is not playing around with James Comey or Adam Schiff. But now, this investigation has just been opened up. Boy, it's about to get spicy. Make sure y'all please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That way y'all can stay up to date with everything that's going on. And let me know in the comment section that you did stay to the end. It definitely helps get the video out there. So I appreciate everybody who always watches the entire video and let me know that they made it to the end. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check this out by Benny.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Nearly 4 years ago, the Durham report was finally released. Special Counsel John Durham, with his exhaustive investigation into the Russiagate hoax, concluding that Hillary Clinton planted a false story and paid for false information and broke the law, and more importantly, that Barack Obama knew about it, along with James Comey.
Yep.
James Comey did nothing. In fact, James Comey, who was held over as FBI director in Donald Trump's first term, then weaponized the false reporting to launch massive investigations and spying operations into Donald Trump, knowing, of course, that this information was complete and total garbage. How do we know all of this? Who did the basis of the bedrock of the research so that we could understand this entire operation? Kash Patel.
Yep.
Kash Patel is the guy who laid the foundation of the Durham report and exposed all of this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are whistleblowers that are coming through and saying that James Comey created honeypot spies to infiltrate Donald Trump's campaign.
Yep.
The U.S. Senate, ladies and gentlemen, is looking into this. James Comey, for his part, lied to Congress in a series of withering questions, saying that Loretta Lynch, at the time, who was the Attorney General, ordered him to lie about Hillary Clinton, about the criminal investigations.
These people should be in prison.
James Comey testified before the Senate that he wasn't aware of any surveillance of the Trump campaign. Comey lied under oath. He stole government documents. He leaked classified info. He lied to the FISA court. He gave Hillary Clinton a pass. And this bastard deserves jail.
He do.
I posted this in 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, this post on X may well come true today, as the FBI is now looking into James Comey's off-the-books honeypot operation targeting the 2016 Trump presidential campaign.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. New leadership of the FBI is starting to investigate into the origins of the agency's plan a decade ago to infiltrate the Trump campaign and then candidate Donald Trump, using 2 female undercover honeypot agents.
Boy.
The off-the-book investigation, launched in 2015 by former FBI Director James Comey, was revealed by an agency whistleblower in protected disclosure to the House Judiciary Committee last year, first reported by the Washington Times in October. The intelligence community, a honeypot, commonly refers to an undercover operative, usually a woman, who feigns sexual or romantic interest to obtain information on a target.
Wow.
According to the whistleblower, 2 female FBI undercover employees infiltrated Mr. Trump's 2016 campaign at high levels and were directed to act as honeypots while traveling with Mr. Trump and his campaign staff. The Times has learned that the Bureau, now led by Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, is looking into the once undercover employees who previously under Mr. Comey's direction. The Times reached out to the FBI for comment. According to whistleblower disclosure, the Times reviewed the investigation differed from Crossfire Hurricane, later an FBI counterintelligence operation to look into the never-proved allegations of Russia collusion. The whistleblowers said to be early off-the-books probe was a criminal investigation targeting Trump and his staff. The Trump Mr. Trump launched his presidential campaign in 2015 at Trump Tower about a year before the FBI opened Crossfire Hurricane. The whistleblower's agent personally knew that Mr. Comey ordered an FBI investigation of Mr. Trump and that Mr. Comey personally directed it, according to the disclosure. The investigation did not appear to target a specific crime, but was more than anything just a spying operation, a fishing operation to find anything incriminating on the future president, 45 and 47. The whistleblower said that the undercover operation was obscured from the Justice Department Inspector General, who investigated the misconduct of the Trump probe. The case had no predicated foundation, so Comey personally drew an official case file in Sentinel or any FBI systems, according to the whistleblower's disclosure. The FBI had multiple methods of protecting highly sensitive investigations, so Comey did not have a legitimate reason to officially create an official investigation or file. This is just pure weaponization by the FBI. Additionally, the disclosure says that the secret investigation may have indicated...
I mean, stuff like this deserves jail time. Pretty much, if you ask me, prison time. Spying, sending in 2 women to spy on President Trump's campaign, and they coming back telling him everything. Then he sit up there, let Hillary Clinton get away with the crap that she did. It's like, this is what they try to cover up. That's why they tried so hard to get Kamala Harris elected. This is why they tried so hard, because they wanted all this stuff covered up. They never wanted any of this to come out. They didn't want the Epstein list to come out. They didn't want what James Comey did to come out. They didn't want none of this, which we knew about this, but you know, they didn't want nobody to open no investigation and look forward into this. With Dan Bongino and Cash Patel in the FBI, bruh, they is finna get down to the bottom of it. That, like I said before, that's the reason why Adam Schiff is so scared right now. That's why he pretty much running for his life. He just panicking online, yelling outside the FBI building at Cash Patel. Now he trying to go off on Dan Bongino. So this is what they did not want to happen. What I want to see is Cash Patel and Dan Bongino lock up watermelon head ass Adam Schiff and lock up James Comey for the crap that they did. That's what I want to see. That's exactly what I want to see.
Institutional bias that the FBI had against Mr. Trump. It did not appear that there was any information about the investigation that was turned over to Trump Criminal Defense Counsel. So it's like illegality up and down. The investigation was eventually closed because a major newspaper obtained a photograph of one of the undercovers and was about to publish it. But the FBI official press office told the outlet that the photograph was an FBI informant who would likely be killed if the photograph was publicly released. This is insane. In fact, the photograph of the FBI undercover employee.
If y'all look into that right there, the investigation was eventually closed because a major newspaper obtained a photograph of one of the undercovers and was about to publish it. But the FBI press office told the outlet that the photograph was an FBI informant who would be killed if the photograph was publicly released. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I mean, like, come on, man. If we're going to have it, like, these people got to be under arrest, bro. They cannot keep getting away with this. They cannot keep getting away with this. And like I said before, this is the crap that they've been trying to get away with for the longest. That's the reason why they wanted to remain in power. They never cared about the American people. The Democrats only cared about themselves. Look what the stuff that they found out on Stacey Abrams. Found out the slush fund. These people are freaking corrupt, and they must go to jail for what they did.
The FBI whistleblower employee noted that the disclosure was one of the undercovers agreed to be transferred to the CIA so she would not be available as a potential witness.
Wow.
Okay, so the spies were just put in the CIA. Got it? The other undercover employee was rewarded for her activities through a promotion at the Bureau and is presently a high-level FBI executive in a major field office. The FBI whistleblower employee personally observed one or more employees in the FBI being directed to never discuss the operation with anybody ever again, which included talking with the other people involved in the 2016 campaign infiltration operation. The FBI employee making the disclosure took this admonishment as a direct threat to the employee who received it.
Man, this is bad, bro. This is crazy.
What you're about to see is the greatest unraveling of the deep state in American history.
That's why they panicking.
This is why James Comey has been behaving the way that he's been behaving. James Comey, who of course hates Donald Trump, has been regularly seen campaigning for Joe Biden, campaigning for Kamala Harris, going to Democrat headquarters, making phone calls. He's become like a Democrat activist.
Yep.
This is not standard operation for an FBI director. I mean, just for like to hold the side up, right? You would assume that as a former FBI director, you'd want to act as impartial as possible.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You want to act impartial, but yet he was out there. We know the reason why he was campaigning for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, because he didn't want President Trump. He didn't want him going after him because of what he did. Just like I said, he knew he was wrong. He knew what he did. Sending 2 women to spy on President Trump. It's like, come on, man. So look at it if it was the other way around. Let President Trump would have did something like this. You don't think them Democrats, you don't think CNN, MSNBC, ABC, you don't think all of them would be covering President Trump should be on jail for spying on Joe Biden's campaign? They will be running with it. But when it's somebody on their side, they ain't going to do anything about it. They just let it slide. So he should have been impartial, but yet he's a former FBI director and that was siding with campaigning for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris because he knew they wasn't going to go after him. They was going to let him get away with it because they want him to do what he was doing. That's the reason why. He knew President Trump wasn't going to fall for that crowd. President Trump just said the other day, I think a reporter was asking him about him targeting Adam Schiff or Liz Cheney. Donald Trump said, hell, they went after me for 4 years. Why didn't you ask them that? They went after me for 4 years. I don't want to hear anything about me targeting somebody when they targeted me for the last 8 years. Since he's been running, look what James Comey did back in 2016. They've been going after him for the last 8 years, and you coming to President Trump asking him what he think about Democrats saying that you going after your political opponents. Nobody want to hear that crap.
But he's been anything, he's done the exact opposite. Former FBI Director James Comey, who directed the FBI to spy on the Trump campaign, dismiss Hillary Clinton's egregious breaches of national security, lay the groundwork for Russia collusion narrative, is now getting literal walking orders from woke Democrat campaign staff. Look at this. Look at this.
That's crazy.
James Comey has been saying on TV, on a now canceled show on MSNBC, that he expects that the Trump FBI will be investigating him, preparing, ladies and gentlemen, the audience for what's about to happen.
Are you concerned that it may get a test unlike any other if Donald Trump is reelected? I mean, when you think about a second Trump administration, what do you think the implications would be for the FBI?
Oh, serious, for the Justice Department and the FBI, because Trump is coming for those institutions. He knows their power, and I think he has regrets that he didn't work hard enough to corrupt them last time. So he's coming for them, and that's a danger for all Americans. He's going to put people in positions in those organizations. He didn't have all-stars the last time. He'll have the bottom of the barrel this time, but people who will want to do his will, and that should worry every American. This election matters. Because of a reason like that, people have to participate. You cannot sit on the sideline. I don't care how you feel about Joe Biden, you must vote for him because the consequences on the other side are too severe.
So no matter what Joe Biden did, so with Joe Biden destroying us as Americans, don't care about us, sending our money to other countries, leaving the borders open, letting illegal aliens come through, we should just vote for them. Because you want to be saved for the corruption that you did towards Donald Trump. That just goes to show you that they never cared about the American people. They only care. He's just saying just vote for Joe Biden, not because of his policies, not because what he's doing is helping the American people. Just vote for him because he might go after us. What? Oh, my God, bro.
This is a wild revelation, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Kash Patel's FBI just opened up an investigation into James Comey's operations against Donald Trump. Absolutely huge. Accountability is coming, is actually happening.
Yep.
The Washington Times now reports that Patel and Dan Bongino are looking into these employees. And ladies and gentlemen, what does Dan Bongino and Kash Patel have to say about James Comey? Luckily, we have the clips at the ready. All right? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Accountability, actual justice is coming in the form of Bongino and Kash Patel, and hell comes with it. Watch.
We got to get rid of people like this. Jim Comey, who signed on, obviously, with the woke agenda because he's weak. This is one of the most disgusting human beings on planet Earth.
Yep.
A man who has done more damage to the United States and its institutions than I'd argue anyone else alive right now. There are people who've done as much, John Brennan, but you can't possibly do more. This man decimated the credibility of the FBI. He is the worst FBI director in the history of the FBI. And the problem with Jim Comey is he is a straight up sociopath. He is a man who has zero remorse for what he did. There is a damning report that just came out, the Durham report, suggesting they never had any evidence to start this case with at all. And Jim Comey, the FBI director, who personally oversaw the case against Trump to spy on him and his presidency, you'd think this guy would sliver into the cave he came from, to never be seen from again, and his family would tell people he died in a car accident so they don't have to acknowledge they know him. Not this guy. This a-hole loser wrote another book and is out doing the media tour. So on the media tour, he was asked, hey, listen, now that the Durham report came out, anything embarrassing here? Are you like going to apologize to America? Nope, not at all. This is a sociopath in action. Watch this loser.
As for the Durham report, 300 pages, 4 years investigating the investigators. One of the things that did come out of it was that procedures, regular FBI procedures, were ignored, that steps were missed along the way in this investigation. In fact, Director Wray said when the report came out, yeah, we acknowledged that a couple of years ago, and we've changed all that. Those changes are already in place. Do you acknowledge perhaps that some mistakes were made along the way?
Oh, definitely. And they were found 4 years ago by the Inspector General. So there's nothing new in this new document.
What were some of those mistakes from your point of view?
Oh, that the FBI didn't communicate clearly the status of certain sources. They didn't double check certain information before putting it in a court application for a foreign intelligence wiretap, and a bunch of others.
And so do you believe now, as some of these politicians call for defunding of the FBI, that has been corrected and that now the procedures are in place to avoid those kind of mistakes in the future?
I think so. But in complex investigations,
that is just crazy. Think about that. FBI director wiretapping President Trump's campaign, sending in 2 agents, undercover agents, to spy on Donald Trump. And then these people don't have no remorse for it. Like they just don't. Like they just don't care. And that's the reason why I keep on bringing up Watermelon Head Adam Schiff. He another one that keep running his mouth, was the same one that went and begged Joe Biden for that presumptuous pardon because he knew what was finna happen. So, I mean, these people, bro, I'm telling you, all of them need to be in the jail cell together. All of them.
There's always going to be mistakes. It doesn't mean the FBI is incompetent, honest, and independent.
So, Director, with some distance now from your time there with that investigation and everything that came into that 2016 election, are there things that you wish you had done differently?
Oh, plenty. I mean, plenty of small things. In the main, I think the FBI did it in the right way during a very difficult time in 2016.
Wow.
Is this guy smoking the glass?
Wow.
Is this guy on crack? Is he smoking crack?
But when do you believe the FBI figured out that all of this was just one political campaign trying to take down another?
I think they knew right away in the documents that we put out in the Nunes investigation, the Nunes memo, and the HPSI report on Russian active measures show that the FBI knew right away because their FISA abuse process, now that declassification process is complete and your viewers can read it, that the FBI knew the information was fraudulent. They knew the credibility problems with Christopher Steele, and they knew the DNC through Fusion GPS and Perkins Coie were piping in tens of millions of dollars into the machine so that they could get up a FISA warrant on President Trump. So I think they knew right away, which is why I think the individuals at the head of the FBI need to be held accountable.
There you go.
Look out for indictments against the folks like Fusion GPS and Glenn Simpson for helping perpetuate this fraud. And look out for individuals like Lisa Page and Peter Strzok. I believe they're already helping John Durham. They're cooperating with him to get the bigger fish like the Andy McCabe, who is the biggest fraudster next to James Comey. I think you're going to see these indictments start coming out on the individuals at the top. It's just going to take a few more months, but I remind your viewers, it takes a little bit of time to work these matters.
There you go right there. Open up the investigation on James Comey, Watermelon Head ass Adam Schiff, Stacey Abrams, all of these people who was involved. And I mean, man, this is just bad, bro. This is bad. But I am glad that Kash Patel didn't open up an investigation, that Dan Bongino, they is not letting anybody get away with this crap. James Comey should have went to hiding or something. Him and Adam Schiff should have went somewhere. Maybe they need to stay together. They both are criminals. They both need to be locked up. So, like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Thank you all for watching, especially the ones that made it to the end. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.